Guys, full disclosure before we get in this video here today, I used to be one of the biggest Hodgetwins fans. You understand me? Like, subscribe to their channels like Ask Hodgetwins, Twin Muscle Workout, the original Hodgetwins channel. I've even been to one of their comedy shows when they used to do tours around the United States, as well as my old intro for the channel. They inspired it, you know? I can't say, you know the one, this one, their animated intros back into the day was in my mind when I created that intro. But the twin brothers have recently reacted to my content. Specifically, when Melly Monaco was here and we did a live stream, Melly actually clipped a component of that live stream up, and then that clip went viral. So the Hodgetwins have gotten their paws on it and have given their reaction to it. So I'm gonna do a reaction of a reaction because I thought that the things that they said was actually kind of interesting and funny, so we're gonna go through it. So without further ado,
yeah, got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. Open relationships. Not a fan. No, man, it's just a train wreck. Waiting happens. Too many risks. You got AIDS, you got herpes, you got syphilis, gonorrhea. Don't forget about monkeypox. You get the monkeypox. Hey, man, you know what monkeypox is? Well, if you one of them non-binaries, you'll find out real quick. Hey, but in all seriousness, as a theory, open relationships sounds amazing. But when you go to implement it, oh yeah, it's too many moving parts. There's an extra penis involved.
What?
If it's the woman, and there's an extra vagina. Yeah. So this what they say? A negative? You can't take two negatives and touch them. You can't take two mushroom tips and touch them together unless you're gay. I mean, I wouldn't be down for that. Girl say, hey, I'm going to go hang out with Leroy tonight. Yeah. Said, no, babe, I had something planned. Got a movie. Nah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I told you this open relationship. I'm going to Leroy's. Hey, see, I like hanging with Leroy. He ain't in all that ass ramming like you are. I don't like that.
What?
Leroy, he's old fashioned.
Leroy? Were you gay?
No, don't you get it? I'm acting like her.
Oh.
He's the dude. He likes to ram in the ass.
Oh.
Man, shut up.
I was kind of confused, man.
Hey, check out what this woman has to say about open relationships.
I think she's African.
Do wanted an open relationship. What would he have to provide for you in order for you to accept?
The girl that she is gonna go like deal with can be really like repeated customers. Maybe once or twice, but it can be some girls like, I don't want you to go and have a girlfriend. It's like, if you want to fuck a girl, like, I don't care. I know a lot of people are like, well, sex is important and stuff. I get it. But I feel like a lot of men can just fucking keep it moving. For me to think that you're just gonna want to fuck me my whole life, the whole rest of your life, I think it's not really realistic. It's so hard. With all we see, like, I'm gonna see a dude and I'm gonna be like, damn, he's fine. Not saying I want to go and fuck him, but I know for guys, it's a little different. You might see a girl and I think, I would like to fuck her. But it's not gonna be like, you're gonna like her like that. It's really like, you want to fuck her. As long as you don't bring me diseases or babies or problems when the girls comes to me, I'm cool.
So let me get this straight. Let me say something. So we're in a relationship. Me and you in a relationship. Hey, you know that girl I was telling you about? Yeah, that girl Susan. I'm gonna go over the street. I'm gonna get off. All right? I'll be back tomorrow. You don't like it, so I'm gonna let her it. I'm gonna take that off your table. That's not your responsibility. I'm gonna go down to Becky. It's the white girl. She loves to. I'm gonna let her me off. You cool with that? Some girl going down on me, and I'm busting huge down her while you sitting at the house looking at BET.
Make up at home cooking.
I come home, I'm like, oh man, baby, she the hell out of my tip. Man, she me off 3 times. Yep, swallowed every time. Hey, that girl, man, I'm telling you, man, thank you so much for this open relationship. You ain't gotta ever suck me off no more. I'm gonna let Becky down the street suck me off.
Hey, Kel.
And you know what else she told me, honey? She likes. I know you don't like it. So guess what? You got to worry about me off. You got to worry about no more. Becky can me off, and we can have on her, not me. You saying you cool with that? Well, hey, nowhere in here you're gonna be cool.
1 or 2 times, she said.
Well, she's like, yeah, you can do it. Just don't bring any problems or diseases. See, that's what it's gonna lead to.
Yeah.
The more
Not necessarily.
times you mess with somebody, Dick, you really don't know. The more the more likely you're gonna. Well, she did make that distinction. You can only do it 1 or 2 times. I'm telling you, if you let your dude go see a girl 1 or 2 times, that 1 or 2 times is gonna easily turn into 100 times. Especially if she's off.
And I don't think the man's gonna pretty much respect you anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be out there doing your thing. I mean, why y'all together? Y'all just helping each other with the rent?
What I find so interesting about this clip is that the Hodge twins a decade ago would have completely and utterly agreed with Melly Monaco. And I think a lot of the degree of their transition has to do with the fact that they've gotten older, they're not in their 30s no more, and that they also have kids, specifically daughters. Back then, they would have been like, yo, that's my type of girl. I can't wait to hit up Becky so I could go balls deep, leave nothing but the nuts hanging out. But I think that this argument is very interesting because I think when I originally heard Melly said it, I wasn't thinking in terms of the majority of men. The majority of men are average earners. So when Melly is saying this, do you think that she would allow that with a guy that's an average earner? Or do you think that she's more so referencing a high value man? Because from an average earner's perspective, I think that there's a lot more risk and there's a lot more things that can mess up because you don't have what leverages their hypergamous instinct. What men need to understand is that while women are born with value, men must create it. So the more utility or the more freedom or the more status that you have created for yourself, the higher the freedoms that you will have for mate selection. And this is exponentially true when it comes to the modern woman today. Why? Because they want the top 15% of man. So if you make it into that top 15% and you also work on your mouthpiece, how you talk to women, then the world is yours. But getting back to Melly's statement regarding a repeat customer, the reason that they don't want repeat customers is because a long-term interaction will turn into a competition for her in the relationship. And that long-term interaction really doesn't benefit her. In fact, it may knock her down from the priority position, and that is more important to her than just sex. Because women can have sex with who they want while men have sex with who they can. Most modern women today would rather be groupies to Drake than married to the average earning bus driver.
Would you date a bus driver? You. Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus,
that's a problem. That's a problem.
Now, Kevin Samuels used to always say that most people will inevitably be average. So if you want a situation like this, but you want to maintain average status, issues will occur. So for example, when Melly says you can only utilize it 1 or 2 times, well, what happens when you want to dip into them viscous innards 4, 5, and 6? Because the majority of these modern women today are beginning to understand more about a male's nature and beginning to care a little bit more about it, but the majority of them are not going to tolerate an average earner exercising his options. So again, while it sounds good coming from Melly, gentlemen need to understand, is it a reality for yourself in your particular situation in life? Because a lot of times in these open relationships, and I guess more specifically to where the guy can be open but the woman cannot, when the woman has a issue with the way that the man is conducting himself, or that guy wants to go for 4, 5, and 6, that's when the lack of communication starts to happen. That's when the white lies start to happen, or just the flat out lies or the cheating. But high value men just simply operate in a different reality because of a woman's instinctual need of her hypergamous nature. Because in her mind, she's weighing the cost benefit analysis, the cost being allowing you to go do what you want versus the benefit of living a lifestyle that she would not be able to live alone. But again, for the average man, I'm not saying that it's completely impossible thing to form a healthy relationship in that kind of structure. I just think there's a lot more barriers to cross that bear. Having multiple women tied to you in serious relationships has generally never been an average earner or a poor man's game. It's reserved for the top % of men in society, and this has been historically true for eons. So while my ears loved exactly what Melly Monaco said, I do think that the Hodge twins through their comedy bring up a decent point as well. The majority of Western modern women are not set up for that type of lifestyle, and the majority of modern men in Western society don't have the value to command multiple women without that woman not expecting to go do her own thing as well. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Side note, it's crazy to think that you watch something at one degree in your life and you have people that created that thing react to something that you created. It's just, it's just crazy. So I just thought I'd comment on that real quick. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this particular video. Leave me your comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? Last but not least, mtarmy.com. If you want to be linked up to the Patreon, the public Discord, what have you, beam up and see what's in store. Until next time, YouTube, peace.
You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big guy, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big guy, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. That bar, need a fibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight gap. I'm reminded of mind state they lack. Every time that they climb, we go way back. All they wanna be is just